Well, hello again, boat lovers. Welcome back. If you're new to this channel, I'm building a 53-foot flat bottom riverboat by myself, or myself and my dog Millie. And the previous video is a fair introduction to the design and what's going on. But this has been a crazy week. Lots of sanding, preparation work, painting, making up brackets, and pretty much trying to work out how I'm going to turn this thing over. I've been told in no uncertain terms I'm not allowed to turn it over by myself, but I'm a kind of do-it-yourself guy, so we'll see what happens. The last flat bottom boat I built was a 31 footer, and when we turned that hull over, we had about 20 people over for an afternoon lunch, and they all got roped in to help me physically turn the boat over. But this time, I think I might be able to do it by myself. Sanding time, and then paint time, then turnover. So, better get to it. Okay, hopefully you can see this. Polyurethane epoxy 2-pack, 3-to-1 mix. And probably be doing 2 coats, maybe 3, but 2 coats is probably enough for that. You don't need anti-foul being in the fresh water, and this particular surface is quite capable of being pressure cleaned when the boat is slipped once a year. In the river, we only get a little bit of slime on the bottom, not even something that you would call growth. So let's get into it. Millie's in a hurry to get to work. Good girl. Come on, sweetheart. There we go. That's going to get me going. Well, probably long before most of you were born, I bought this little sprayer here, this little paint sprayer. It's done a lot of work, as you can see, but I don't use it much anymore. However, one of the great things about it is that it came with this long attachment hose. And just by chance, this fits my Makita orbital sander, and the other end fits my vacuum cleaner perfectly. So I've got this great big long hose for sucking all the dust away while I'm doing work. It makes things so much easier. Right, well that's all sanded, ready for the next coat, as hopefully you can see behind me. I'm just a little bit concerned that when I cleaned the roller tray from the first coat, that the paint it seemed quite flexible. And I've just put a call into the supplier to make sure that when this comes out of the water, that this paint is suitable for pressure cleaning. Because obviously when the boat comes out of the water on the river, it'll have slime on the bottom, and on an annual basis, most likely, we'll slip the boat and give it a good pressure clean underneath. So fingers crossed, we'll get a positive response. He said 5 or 10 minutes, so I'm going to have a well-earned break and wait for his call. Right, I just heard back from the owner of the painting company, and he assures me absolutely that there'll be no problem with pressure cleaning this paint when the boat slipped each year. They use it on the bottom of a lot of boats and haven't had any issues at all. So I am absolutely ecstatic. As you can see, jumper off, it's warmed up, so perfect weather now to put the second coat of paint on, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it's the last coat because it's really expensive. If I need a third, so be it, but hopefully this second coat will do the job. Then I'll be staying out of the shed for at least 24 hours because this stuff stinks to high heaven. Man, it is so strong. Anyway, I've got the right painting mask and everything, and I didn't realize the other day when I put the first coat on, because I had the mask on even when I started mixing the paint, it wasn't until I took the mask off, I had no idea just how strong it was. So the mask is doing a great job, and B, I do not want to be around without a mask while this paint is drying. Okay, time to take the masking tape off, which is always very satisfying. There's no need for any degree of accuracy with this particular area of the paint because it gets joined onto later, but it's still fun. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, look at that. That is fantastic. Oh yes. Oh yeah.